Hey, what's up, everybody? Coast3r here. Because when you're bipolar and you get set off, life's a freaking roller coaster and you can't stop it. Today we're going to be heading to Dollar Tree. Hope it's a good ride. It's a little bit windy out, but we should be fine. I think I got the mic up in my helmet. Enough. Let me find out. Yeah, I think it's in there. Because it won't work otherwise. Alright. Hi, babe. Love you. Ah, crap it. So with a single cylinder, like dirt bikes, in the mornings, don't hit the ants, in the mornings you gotta kind of flip the throttle a little bit or that'll happen. I usually have the choke on, like I did yesterday, but I thought the bike would be good enough to run without the choke. Now that we got going, it should be better. And I did notice yesterday that my voice is very loud in this helmet. So as long as the bike isn't going incredibly fast, like loud here, I think even here, you guys can hear me pretty good. We're going about 40. I usually ride and drive about 5 miles over the speed limit. It's, for me, safer, especially on a bike. You know, I can't be in a blind spot. I can't be in between cars. You know, even though I'm a bigger dude, I'm on a bigger bike, it's asking for trouble. They need to hear you. And I know some people that's back and forth with the aftermarket exhaust and the pipe save lives. In my experience, I don't know personally about saving lives, but they definitely make you notice. And I don't do it. I used to ride it in a group, and the people would rev their bike, rev their engines really loud, right next to cars, to let them know that they're there so that they would get out the way. Now, I think that's rude as F. Because, one, you're on a motorcycle, you don't need to be pissing off any cars. It's not a battle anyone's going to win. I wouldn't want to piss off a car if I was on a bike or in a car. It just, I'll get mad, sure, I'm not, bipolar, I'll get mad as F, but doesn't mean that you need to do things aggressive. Doesn't mean that you need to take out aggression. Everyone's trying to get from A to B. I hope you guys are seeing okay with this. I noticed that it's very close on the bike, that you don't really see much of the road. Like I could probably stand up and you guys will see, but this is I think it's blurring the lines between what is legal on a road to do. And I could argue that I'm a little bit safer with all these, these not so smooth roads, and my legs acting as a shock absorber, like we do on off-road. But yeah, I don't know. I don't usually stand up too much on a bike. It's harder to shift, it's harder to brake, turning's weird. Now usually this intersection is very packed, like right here it gets really packed with a bunch of cars. So not too bad today. Now see up here, if I can get through, which I usually can, the good thing about this bike is it sits a little taller, so I can usually clear these mirrors pretty good. That guy did not get a mirror cleared. Oh, you got a dog over there across the street. Now this intersection is a very busy one. Like I said, we're going to Dollar Tree. Just dollar store. Because tomorrow is my and my fiance's. Fiance since 2016. We're waiting to get married together to fully marry and, do all that kid stuff. For now, we're doing the best we can. Trying to make finances work. But anyways, I asked her to marry me in 2016, so that she became fiance. But we've been together since 2012, and I want to make sure. So I watch the lights. I watch this light when it's going to go yellow, and then when it's red, watch this light across from me. Watch the intersection. I get to go. Make sure I clear the cars. Counter lean because it's a turn. Watch the other car behind me. So it's a lot of head on a swivel. You don't see me swiveling because you guys are on my chest cam, but I gotta have a head on a swivel a lot. This is the high desert. People drive fast. lot of accidents happen. I don't even look at Victor Valley News Group website anymore. There was just too much, I think. And there was my dad in the ICU. Update on that. Well, a full story on that. He was diabetic. He is diabetic. He did not walk, and his legs did not blood flow correctly. I'm watching this light to make sure I see when it turns green. Usually these cars up here will go left on the freeway first, like they're doing now, and then it'll go green. So diabetic, he wasn't walking. I just thought he was just wanting to sit down. I didn't really notice. He complained about wounds on his legs happening. I didn't realize that was from blood flow, and he got tests for it, and they told him that he had limited blood flow, but not as bad as we found that it was going to be. So anyways, diabetes, wounds on the leg, blood flow. He gets really windy up here. So I'm actually going to counter lean into the wind a little bit to just balance the bike, because this is a taller bike, and I'm going to make sure I look before I just go in, and I'm going to try to stay as close to these cars as I can. Thank you, and wave. Try to be a very courteous rider. Okay, watching the green, watching the yellows. Reds. Oh, we're probably not gonna go. Oh, okay, this is weird. Oh, they're redoing the road. Okay, and it smells like tar. That is definitely a tar smell. And it's windy, so we're riding into the wind. So I'm not sure how much. I don't want to talk too loud and just be like raspy in the microphone. So I think we're okay. I have you guys in the helmet with me. So anyways, my dad, long story short, no blood flow, didn't catch it in time, developed sepsis in the left leg, developed necrosis in the right toe from blood flow, so he had an ectomy where they cut off part of his right toe. It looked like frostbite. Blackness just happened, so they cut that off. They gave him antibiotics. He was already stage 3 kidney failure, just regular. But with the antibiotics they gave him, he went worse. He went, almost full kidney failure. So then he was in and out of the hospital. And then ever since that right toe ectomy, he's been in and out of the hospital for like 3 months. And it's been a lot. And then Medi-Cal lapsed during this time. He thought that Medi-Cal was just basically covering dental, nothing with actual medical, because he was Social Security. Social Security takes out money every month to pay United Healthcare, but United Healthcare won't do crap, apparently. So we had to get Medi-Cal, and then it was up to Medi-Cal. So Medi-Cal lapses, United Healthcare doesn't do crap for him, Medi-Cal isn't there for him, he gets kicked out of everywhere he goes, especially the hospital and a good nursing home. He gets thrown into a neglectful nursing home called Knowles West Victorville. I'm saying it on YouTube. Y'all suck. Y'all neglect your patients. Y'all should be going for medical malpractice. My dad went hypoglycemic twice. So I'm just going to ride around this parking lot to finish this story up, because I'm going to go in and try to look for something for the fiance. But hypoglycemic twice, bounced him up to another place, Global Medical, and they just say, oh, we'll fix you, and they bounce you back to Knowles, and they bounce you back to Global again with another hypoglycemia thing. So I had to go pick him up. I straight up went and picked him up. That is a nice purple bush. I will go over there for a little bit. Had to go pick him up from sorry, I'm yelling. Had to go pick him up from Knowles West, up there. It was like 30 minutes away from the home, in a car that has no air conditioning. Still doesn't have air conditioning. That's kind of why I'm riding the bike. I'm gonna go in the shade right here. It still has no air conditioning. Picked him up from Knowles. I'm just gonna leave the bike on because you guys are in the helmet with me. I'm just gonna sit here a bit, probably ride around, because just sitting here probably is not that entertaining. I can show you guys a little bit of, tight turning or whatever. So, take him home from Knowles West. Call 911 that night. He goes to the hospital, Desert Valley Hospital. I'm counter leaning a bunch here with this, just to be able to do this. Desert Valley Hospital, and he goes there, they fix him, and then they start telling me, well, they can't treat him there, they're full, we're gonna send him to a better place, a better nursing home. So he was there at the better nursing home. 10 days. 10 days they say you got to leave or we got to charge you $100 a day. $100 a day for a freaking nursing home. So I pick him up. I pick my dad up from the nursing home, bring him home. He makes it another day, barely, and I have to call 911 again. Same spiel. They're like, well, we can't take him. So there's one more time of that, and then they say, well, we can't take him. Nursing home isn't really going to take him either. Hospice. But we're not going to do hospice. We're going to do what's called palliative care. So palliative is like, well, I understood it as they're going to still look after my dad. It's just going to be, now when I had that issue, I did the rear brake, not the front brake with these tight turns, just to hover the rear. You get way more control of your bike. So anyways, palliative care. It was not palliative care. I saw the hospital people. The bed smelled like old person had just passed away in it. And they neglected him. They did not set up any medications, no foods, no medications, barely any cleanings. And once I called them on that, they basically opened up cases of elder abuse against me, and the elder abuse case was neglect. The exact same thing that this palliative care, Green Valley Hospice and Palliative Victorville, you guys also very bad malpractice. I don't know what's going on with this neglect in senior citizens up in the high desert, but this is crazy because we care for our senior citizens. They're our family, and why are we getting these things? So the problem with hospice is they took him, my father, off of any medical advice. I think I talked about this in my gardening video, but it's that stressful to me. So took him off his medical advice from the medical treatment from the doctors at the hospital, put them on their own treatment, which took him off blood thinner, which was taking care of a blood clot. The blood clot developed because he was just sitting in a bed. No one was doing nothing. No one was exercising him. He was just like, oh, what was this? What was that? No one was helping him. So palliative care, neglects. He develops blood clot. It feels so bad. I sit him up one day, and I'm like, giving him his meds. I take out a med schedule. I look at all his meds. I write out a schedule, something that anyone could have done, but just that someone needed to do. And the fact that no one did it, and they left it, like if I didn't do it, who would have done it? Anyways, the next day, I gave him his meds. I set him up for the toilet. Within 5 minutes, his leg swells, twice his size, deep dark purple. What is this guy doing? Deep dark purple. Oh, he just wants to watch me. Sometimes, people watch a motorcycle training. So, he's going to be on camera too. Palliative care, hospice, blood clot, develops. Blood clot develops, sit him up, leg twice the size. Okay, she's going to go. Go ahead. Always head on a swivel. Always head on that swivel. That was cool. He was wearing blue glasses. When I went to Fat Camp at Camp La Jolla, I had some Juliet Oakleys, and they had the bright blue mirror lensing. Anyways, palliative care, leg twice the size. I had to call the hospital. He has a blood clot. It's bad. They try to save it with 3 stents. Stents are because his artery, or not his artery, his veins full of fat, and they weren't flowing, and it was killing off his leg. So there's a lot of cars around here. I'm gonna actually just start riding around. It's safer, actually. You want to practice in empty parking lots, not full ones like this. And riding a bike like this in heat is just going to overheat the bike at the slow temperature, or the slow speed. But the temperature is lower today because it's cooling off for the summer and everything. Actually, there's a little bit of off-road right here, so as long as I'm talking, I might as well take you guys on a little off-road. One of the perks about having a dual sport. Now, when you're off-road, everything's a little slippy, so I gotta just be loose on the bike. Some people say, lowering the tire pressure would help, but really just being aware of what you're doing. Take the little bit of a drift. Don't get too crazy with it. Don't brake hard. Don't gas hard. I'm just getting distracted. This is part of the problem with bipolar too. You just you get distracted a lot. Let these guys go. of stress. Just trying to get my mind off it, you know. He's doing good. I'm having faith. He tracked me yesterday with his eyes. It's been about 4 days. He hasn't really woken up from, well, he has woken up now, but he didn't wake up for 4 days off of fentanyl sedation from the amputation. It was a very tough 4 days. So just keep on going to him and not seeing him any form of consciousness. But he's good now. He's still intubated. They got to do CPAP tests. I post about this on Facebook. CPAP testing, and see if they can get him off that breathing tube without going through the throat with a tracheostomy. And that's what we're all hoping for. And then, you know, he might have to go dialysis if the kidneys aren't great. He might have to, you know, pick it up a little bit. Ooh, that's a cool car over here. Make sure I'm watching everything because I'm on a bike. I'm going slow. First gear, just cruising. I'll show you a little bit of the bike. Or bike, I'll show you a little bit of the car. Just a lot on the mind. So yeah, 3 stents didn't work. He didn't really want the amputation. Who does? I talked about that too in the thing, but the doctor had to convince him of it, and unfortunately it was just a little too late. The septic got to his kidneys, shut down, put fluid in his lung cavities. You know, he was having a hard time breathing. One of the last times of consciousness I saw him, he was complaining about, you know, chest. He just put his hand to his chest, and I was like, Dad, you got some pneumonia problems. And they developed even worse after the amputation. Like, he was coming down from, or he like woke up from the fentanyl sedation, and then he was just really doing bad. But these guys go just really doing bad from waking up. It was the pneumonia, the respiratory distress, so they had to CPAP. He was swatting away the CPAP. They say it was delirium from the sepsis, so they had to intubate and feeding tube. He wasn't eating. Delirium again from the septic shock. So yeah, been 4 days of this, 5 days of this. I just visit every day. I'm going to visit today. This guy's just going to keep backing out, aren't you? Girl. You have to look in your mirrors when you back out. So he's woken up. We're going to hope for the best. But anyways, 13th anniversary tomorrow with the fiance. Since 2016, together since 2012, committed, living together since 2012. And yeah, just gonna go and see what I can shop for, get a little something. I just got the duffel bag, so I can't get anything big. And yeah, we'll see you on the ride home. Catch you in a little bit. Hey, what's up, guys? You're in Dollar Tree. Gosh. And this is what I picked out. It's kind of, it looks cool, but she doesn't like purple. We have a matching tattoo. I got lime green, and the artist picked out purple for her, and she has not liked it ever since. But I couldn't find anything. Everything was like wife, and we're not married yet, so yeah. And then some tissue paper, because I already bought a gift on Amazon. She has it at the house. It's in a bag, but it just has like one sheet of toilet tissue paper. 13th is lace, and we just go by what the marriage one is. And so she has a lace belt, a lace skirt, and what looks like lace little choker things. And then it's going to be this. So yeah, we'll catch you guys on the ride home. See you guys later. Bye. Hey, what's going on again? Finally ready. It took a lot longer than I thought it would. Just, I don't know. I just started a bipolar medication, Caplyta, like 2 months ago, and it's good. It's supposed to get me out of my funk, my depression funk. I forgot my keys in my pocket. Get me out of my depression funk. Keep me from going too manic, so too off the rails with wanting to like do dangerous stuff or be a danger to self or others. I didn't even lock this thing down. This thing could have been rolled away. I usually lock the forks. Just all the talking. I guess I was sidetracked. You'd think it'd be better with multitasking because I used to Uber. Talked about that in the last video too. Alright. How'd you cool down enough to not stop? Yeah, Yeah, then you want to go to 4,000 RPM. Yeah, I tell you, ever since the pipe split, and I tell you, I got some that JB Weld like epoxy tape wrapped around it, and then I got like a wire wrapped around the epoxy tape, and I still got to adjust the throttle lock. I can still feel a tiny bit of air coming out the side of the exhaust, but it's a lot better than what it was. Now I can even turn that. Do I have to go over there? I might have to go over there. I mean, go to Bear Valley Road, which is north. I'm heading south right now, and exit out there because I don't think any of these. I don't think any of these go that way, do they? Well, that does, but the thing is so backed up, man. Alright, let's go that way. Always head on a swivel. Oh, hey, puppy. We'll just probably be chilling here. I want to get to over the shopping center here. I usually don't ride this way to go, you know, up to Bear Valley to turn. I really appreciate you, any of you, you know, just anyone taking the time. I just sat on the back. I mean, it's just paper, and I did pick up some. See, I can hear the bike just wanting to bog out, and oh man, yeah, I think I'll be alright. So this goes straight and right. So you gotta be a little bit careful of what the cars are doing. I'm sure you're able to get over. And yeah, this happens this happens all the time. These guys. So right here is the plants I talked about. That one dude. I'm gonna go ahead and up the throttle on this. There's this twist idle that I can adjust it to make it higher. You know, those plants in that Vegas motorcycle accident where the guy lost his life, RIP. I think that's the plant that they were trying to replicate. I don't know if you can see those. So I could have probably squeezed through, but this guy's really over there, and I could, but that guy doesn't go because it's not a no turn on red. I usually don't ride to do that though, because it's going through things, trying to be aggressive. Like I would have been there with all those cars going. It's just safer to chill sometimes. Enjoy it. Enjoy the scenery. Enjoy being alive. I'm a Christian. A lot of prayers being said. I'm gonna go and meet up with my dad's pastor tomorrow. Just on my bike there. He goes to a church right down the street. You know, they got a car show tomorrow, so I'm gonna check that out. But anyways, I've tracked a street bike, meaning taken to a racetrack. Button Willow, I think I remember that. It's just been so long. It was in 2012. You think I remember more, but a lot of stuff went down. So I was riding with SoCal Asian riders, and they were like a whole, you know, one of their policies was you could not go to their groups without, you know, wearing no gear. They didn't want that. It's called squidding. So no squids, no just t-shirt and jersey shirts, which I have ridden a street bike like that many times. It just, I don't know, you get overconfident, you feel like the wind, and like superhuman kind of stuff. I smelled the top from that. So right now I'm riding with 30 tire pressure in the front, 32 in the back, and for street. If I go off-roading, you know, back there I was riding 32, but you know, I just ride not crazy. I'm not trying to rock crawl or anything. Definitely no jumping. So if I'm going to do things like that, which I have done with this bike, just little tiny jumps. Take it down to like 17 in the front, about 20 in the back. And I like doing that. I like the fast accelerations to the speed limit. I do it all the time on this bike, but I did it before. You know, I try not to go over the speed limit too much. You know, stick that one spot, that 5 miles and over spot, 5 miles speed limit over. I don't think I mind. You probably saw the acceleration and liked it. Because I used to go to El Mirage, try like that when I was in my teens, with a race quad and a race dirt bike. And that dry lake bed, man, you can just open up and you got like a mile, maybe 2 miles of just straightaway. Gets a little weird because it's just like you get lost in the openness of the flatness. So riding fast on that kind of area, I mean, you just know you're in the middle of nowhere. I mean, it's just crazy. Like, this is road. This is way different when you're on just a flat, dry lake bed. There's a good amount of people out today. I think it's because the weather's cooling down, you know, people are traveling, I guess. Not to going to work. But I didn't hit you guys too far up. But I got long hair. I didn't have long hair my whole life. I was like buzz cut, hanging around, you know, homies. Who always wanted buzz cuts. It was just like things do. It was easy. Number 4s. I think one of them, one of my best friends at the time, Johnny Korea, Coast3r, what's up, bro? And he would wear a little bit longer hair on the top, like 5'1". So like, it was always just real short hair. A group of skateboarders, BMXers, weed smokers, beer drinkers, man. I remember puking ass off on Southern Comfort at the homie house. I was very intimidated with this group because I've heard, you know, bad stories, and I always thought that was a very dangerous thing to get involved with. Like, if you were a little violent and shit. And while that was true, they were one of the most violent. They were also one of the most kind. So, yeah, I ended up chilling there. Ended up being like one of my main hangouts. One day, didn't eat too much. They ate like maybe a couple slices of bologna there, and way too much SoCo. And in the bathroom, a bunch of bologna chucks and SoCo. So they got mad at me and I had to clean that up. It was like a little bit of a punishment, but I mean, hey, you do the thing, you gotta clean it up. You don't have to get mad at me to clean it up, but I mean, you could just spend like, yo man, you made a mess, it's kind of messed up, clean it up. But a lot of my time in SoCal was social Darwinism with threat of violence. So what I became was, I internalized that and did my own version of violence, which was destruction. Punching holes in walls almost all my life, even up till, I would say even a couple weeks ago, but the punches have gotten lighter. Sorry, that was a lot of my ear. The punches have gotten, the punches have gotten lighter. That's my voice should be when I'm talking in the helmet. Alright guys, well we're coming back up to the house, so I gotta do the sign out. I'll just ride up and down. Sometimes I do this to practice my little Coast3r thing. I don't know what Coast3r is, just something about it. But it helps me to, you know, maintain balance and know where the bike is and how it balances without the hands on it. So I don't recommend, that was too high of a gear to get started on. I don't recommend it unless you're very comfortable with it. Oh, we got a modified car. Look at that thing. Hey, Ben. So this should be okay with me riding like this, so standing up, you know, here. And tight turns. You gotta look where you're going. Keep it balanced. Keep that cross balance. And head back. So, I want to thank each and every one of you for viewing. All 7 of you. We'll see how the channel does. It just started out. Hey, doggies. Thank you all for viewing. I really appreciate it. Please like, subscribe. subscribe, but most of you viewing already have, so I really appreciate you. And we'll catch you in the next one. I will try to get this helmet microphone down. Peace out.